Hello traders, this is Ad Zeros and I had an awesome day today and I wanted to do a recap and I'm going to talk you through about my strategies and my thought process for today's trade. And I know it's been a while not doing a recap, but I will try to do a recap as much as possible. So look at my first trade was in Uber. So let's look at the S&P first, so then we can get an idea that how market was doing, what would be expecting from the market. So if you look at the market on a daily, and you will see here, if I remove all the trend lines. Okay, so if you look at it, market was in a selling pressure, and the last few days market got a nice follow through, and now right now it is consolidating between the 406 and then 13-14 range. So my expectations for today was, even though market was gapping down, but I was expecting market to be in the range play. Now within the range play, usually the strong stocks usually follow the trend. So now if we go to the Uber trade, and you will see the Uber was gapping up, is almost over 12% gap up on the day. So it was very strong, and my idea was to play gap and go. I was waiting for the right moment to do that. Initially my idea was to go long over 27.90, and once I see a clear break up on the upside, then I will add to my position. So if you look at it here, I go small position, but it closed down, and my stop loss for this is the low of the day, or you can even say the previous pre-market consolidation. So I was close to gap stop out, but and I was a little concerned on that, but because also if you look at the 1 minute chart, the time of the market, and I will give you a focus here. So at the time, this was around a 5 minute chart, so it's almost 9:45 time around. And if you look at the 9:45, this clearly two candle came down. Similarly, if you look at the SPY at the time, SPY was making low, but the Nasdaq was strong. So if you look at the 5 minute, you see here, this is Uber 5 minute chart, SPY 5 minute chart, and you see is making lower lows and leaving top and tail. But whereas in the Nasdaq was not doing that. Nasdaq was nicely trying to move up. So at the time, so I have a confidence that the Nasdaq is with me, Uber is gapping up strong, and the SPY had the possibility to go in the range. So my trade would work. So I enter here, really good trade. I added to my position. I took the big partial here, but it consolidated. I was expecting to continue at the time the market was doing okay, but then it came back, retested my point, and I stopped out. But I realized that okay, it's holding the VWAP and not doing much. So when it's not doing much and is holding the VWAP, so I went long again, and it was just being a little choppy here. So I closed the position. So if you look at this candle here, I closed it, and then I realized okay, it's still working fine. I re-added the position, took the partial, and then I stopped out. I say it's being really choppy, doesn't have the potential, but the moment I started, after 10 minutes, it's starting running. It's okay, but I made a lot of big chunk on this profit here. Then I went to the SPWR. So if you look at the SPWR, I would say it was a nice trade, but I think I just entered a bit early. So I entered here, and I supposedly be I should be entered somewhere on this candle when it's break up, rather than on this candle when it's coming down. I think that was my mistake. Therefore I just give a little bit more room for the 50 cents, just to see that if it's break 21.50, then I'm going to stop out. And if you look at it, it touched it's just touched 21.48 or 49 on the bid side, but never dropped under that, then I got safe. Otherwise I would have stopped out. But then it came in, it's really consolidating too long, and I just closed the position on a mini break-even loss. But after I stopped out, it ran as I was expecting. So anyway, I couldn't took the benefit out of that. Next trade I had a Baba. Baba was a little hilarious in the sense I was tracking the Baba from the open the Baba. So I was tracking Baba from the first minute, but it made a big move, so I was waiting for Baba to consolidate. When it came back, retested the previous day close on the 90, I had a very small risk of the 40 cents. I went long, and then I took the partial on the 91.80. It came back down and stopped out. And again, it consolidated under the 90 previous day close. I take the position. I stopped, took the partial. I stopped out. Then I again took the position, but it's dropped here. And if you look at it, this candle, I stopped out again. I tried twice on this candle and I stopped out. Then I was say, okay, you know, this might not gonna go anywhere, it's gonna go sideways. But when I saw that the volume started coming in and break up on the same level which was previous resistance, I took the position, added into my position, partial, and all the way partial, and that's why you see a bigger profit on this trade. For AMTD, it was just a pre-market trade. You know, I had a I think I had 3 trades in that. First trade was profitable, second trade in the loss, and third trade is a break even. So I think close to, I just, you know, made a $40 out of that. Nothing much. It was just a pre-market continuation trend, came down, test the VWAP. I went long on that. And I also wanted to advise, you know, some of the people I see that are really struggling. I would suggest those who are new and wanted to learn the day trading, I guess, they can start, you know, just doing a one strategy, one trend, and it's, you know, usually people are long biased because they get to see where the stock is going to move up on the upside. So I would say that, you know, start with a long strategy. Don't look for reversals from the top or, you know, some crazy strategies or the complex one. Just start with the basic one and see that, you know, does it make sense to you that, you know, buying the stocks at the right time and selling and making a profit out of it. And I guess it will help you to learn. So just stick with the basic principle, go with the trend, and stick with some of the basic strategies. I hope it helps, and if you need more help or more videos, you know, message me, ping me, leave your comments in the bottom, and I will try to make some videos on the topic. Thank you.